What's good everyone, it's Zigzag here, welcome back to another Geoguessr video, and also welcome back to the road to #1 in the World Series. So one thing I never really addressed in the last couple of months is that people have been grinding duels recently. When the series started, the top 10 was filled with good players, but basically no great players. And now the top 2 players are Stique and Blinky, and at this format you could definitely say they're the best 2. So it stands to reason that the whole competitive landscape has gotten a lot harder recently. But look at Stique being 100 points above Blinky, who's 100 points above Castrola. It's actually crazy how wide these margins are. Absolutely insane. So, #1, I'm not so sure about anymore. I do believe top 50 and then top 20, they're all well within possibility still, of course. We're sitting around 150th, which is okay, but obviously we want to get further up here. I'm feeling good. Let's just get straight into it. Guessing quickly here. This is New Zealand, North or South Island. I mean, first vibe was South Island, but I think I actually prefer North Island, so I'm just going to go for it here. We can take a little look around. I think this is, yeah, even moving a frame, I definitely like North Island better. Could probably just Auckland if I'm honest, but let's check out the bins here. And it was in Hamilton instead, that's fine. Definitely had a bigger city vibes, and okay, this one should be somewhere in the Netherlands. And let's confirm with language here. Yeah, so I think with a lower rated opponent, this is the type of round where I want to guess quickly. Honestly, like moving around gets me a bit flustered. Not to mention that, yeah, as we saw last time, my internet does get in the way of things. Like every single move I take, there's about half a second of like lag where the whole image is pixelated. Definitely lost me the last duel of the last episode, and often just kind of hampers me in getting close guesses. So definitely worth just guessing quickly where I can. This is like North Argentina maybe. Still think that's probably the case, but it could be the US. So let's take a look at this poll. Actually thinking maybe more US now. So where's the sun? Sun is definitely more southern. So yeah, thinking USA. As for state, maybe Texas here or something like that, nearby Texas. Still like that idea. Just want to get one more like idea of the landscape here. Yeah, maybe northern Texas or something like that. I don't know. Like, it still kind of looks like Argentina, though we have no car meta, so Texas should be good here. Ooh, interesting houses here. Surely this isn't Argentina. I mean, it kind of looked like it with these as well. I think it's just US, and it was indeed Texas, all the way north, actually. Our opponent goes in Kansas, which is not a bad guess. But yeah, if it was Argentina, we'd definitely see the black car, so that's why I really couldn't go there, even though it did definitely bear a striking resemblance. Next one here should be Montenegro. Yeah, we got Montenegro plate there. I mean, it kind of looks like Albania, so I'll go right on the border here, but yeah, should be somewhere near there. Like Albanian plates would have 2 blue strips, and also this red bit on the plate helps us absolutely confirm that this is Montenegro. Not to mention these rifts, but yeah. And I think the region guess is good because it does kind of look like that like Albanian border, and indeed it was right on the border there. Our opponent goes in Andorra. Not a bad guess. I can definitely see the logic, but yeah, definitely much rockier mountains, fewer trees in Montenegro. So yeah, that's all good to know. Next one here, Czechoslovakia, probably Slovakia if I had to say. Let's just move one spot here, just see if we can see any metas on the poles or anything. Oh, interesting. They're like octagonal, so maybe I'm less sure about that now. Maybe this could be Baltic. I mean, houses kind of look Polish as well, so yeah, I could see like Latvia here or something like that working quite nicely. Just go for it. Actually, we'll just go to an intersection, because it's still a big area we're talking about here. I think I would go Latvia, though, maybe. I don't know. Like, that's an Orthodox cross. Interesting. So language here, perhaps, mayhaps. What about the giveaway sign? It's like thick bordered. And it doesn't have a red thing. Is it Poland? I don't know. I guess I'd just go here. Ooh, it was Russia. Wow. Well, lucky to get closer there. I did not get Russia vibes there. That was so, like, rolling and weird landscape. And we go to the wrong country. Our opponent gets it easily, of course. Should have just looked at the houses, to be honest. That was a pretty poor round, considering what it was. Anyway, this one's just Amman. We have Amman taxis, so they're kind of this green and yellow. That's the thing. Like, if I had just stood still on the previous round, I'm pretty sure I would have done it. So I think I should be slower to move around because my skill set is actually just playing slower anyway. So, ooh, what's this one here? This one I won't move around. I think it's going to be like Indonesia, right? Is it? It's a bit of like a silverish looking car. We also have a bit of English there, which is interesting. We have a white line though, so it shouldn't be Philippines, it should just be Indonesia. And yeah, I do like Indo here. So, I would say with this car and these roofs, it should be somewhere in Sumatra. I will actually get my guess in this time, of course. It could actually be on the other islands as well, like these 2 here, but we'll see. And, okay, yeah, it was. And that makes sense. Our opponent does go over there, though. It would have been terrible. If he actually nailed that, we would have died. But fortunately, we don't. Okay, triple damage here. Round number 8. Terrible guess there. I don't know what I should have done differently. This one is going to be Argentina. That's an east mountain range. Very interesting. So this should be the Cordoba Ridge, I imagine, if it's going to be east of us. So I will go in Cordoba and guess along here. We should be on that road, I imagine. And yeah, we 5K'd. Very nice indeed. Yeah, that's a very distinctive mountain range, because obviously, normally when you're in Argentina, you find them west. So when you see that, you can line it up, and we actually gained 11 points there. So that's actually surprisingly a lot. Definitely didn't play the best, but the Indonesia, I mean, I need to work on some Indonesia. Okay, our next opponent is TRT, and it's Rix, who I think is a pro-Portuguese player, so should be an interesting one here. Hopefully we can pull a win here, because that would be very, very nice indeed. Japan is a country I definitely move on, because I know a bunch of metas. Now, this is probably just feeling like Chupogu or something like that. Everything's relatively generic here. Oh, we have like the straight top pole top here, so maybe Kansai, maybe something in that area as well. I'm just trying to see if I can see any other things here, like, yeah, what about this one here? Yeah, this looks like Kansai to me as well. So yeah, I would go for it here, maybe just like Hyogo or something like that here. Should be a fine enough guess, I imagine. It does kind of give me that vibe as well. So yeah, it was indeed Kyoto instead. That's a good guess. Our opponent is pretty close as well, though, so that's only 300 points of damage. Can't complain, though. Also, look, I got the blue border around my profile picture now. Quite exciting, eh? Okay, next one here is double yellow lines. We are actually in Peru here. This feels southern, but I'm not really sure how much Generation 4 is south. Opponent immediately goes for it. That's directly south ocean. I'm not sure about all the way Tukna. I think I would prefer to hedge, like, Nazca area, but I could definitely see it being all the way Tukna as well, so I guess we'll find out in a second here, and it was indeed further towards there, so good guess from our opponent. In fact, we basically make the same guess with the South Ocean there. Definitely makes sense. Gettable with enough time, but with quick round, I think that's pretty much the standard guess. Next one here, we got rock walls, so should be southern Sweden, I imagine. Just one move here just to see this bin. Actually, maybe see a plate as well. Not that really gives us too much, but we do have a Swedish flag. Now, with the rock walls, I think they kind of like center around this kind of area. So really like this island, Gotland has quite a few, I think, this kind of area. So I think I will go all the way down here and hedge my bets. And it was just Stockholm instead, which also is an area with quite a few of them. So unfortunately, I mean, I still would go here anyway, because I think it just has more of the walls, and that looked pretty warm as well. So I don't hate my guess, but yeah, just how it goes sometimes. Next one here is Brazil. So, Portuguese player maybe has some Brazilian knowledge. I would maybe take this, it's very dry for Tocantins, so I think I would go Goiás, maybe Mato Grosso, Goiás border here. Should just be something central, though. Looks very similar to the round we had last episode, which was just the dead center, so I'm going to go there. Could be all the way up to, like, Piauí, Tocantins, this center area, with these kind of small, tufty trees, long grass, that kind of thing. And okay, it was, yeah, instead on this border, was actually in Minas Gerais. Pretty hard Minas Gerais, I think. Opponent goes for the exact same guess, which is reasonable indeed. Okay, next one here is Eswatini. Should be a pretty quick round here. Now, last time I lined up the road on Eswatini, so this time I'll give that a bit of a go as well. See if we can actually make something happen here. This one maybe gave me more of a south vibe, and we will go on a road that looks like this one maybe? Not really too sure. I'll just go dead center like that then. And, oh my gosh, I was so sure. I've not made that mistake in a long time, but I was so sure that I didn't even look around. That's crazy. Well, that is a little bit of an embarrassing one. Fortunately, it didn't happen later on. We should probably send a laughing one. That's only appropriate. Next one here, we got yellow front plates. Just immediately go for Lux there. It's a simple round, so both get it. So, we obviously have to regain some dignity and some respect after that terrible Lesotho Eswatini mix-up, so let's see if we can do that. 2.5 times damage on what here? Red houses everywhere. It's going to be Sweden. Think like, so that's interesting. We got like some kind of eastish, southeastish ocean here. And it is very flat as well. So I'm thinking Stockholm area here may be the best. Ooh, we have lots of rock walls here. Now I'm actually thinking Gotland actually kind of makes sense here. Would that be silly? I might just go for it. Actually, let's check it out here. It's very flat and so open, which makes me think it's different here, you know? Ooh, yeah. We're like right at the southern tip of something. I'm going to do that, guys. I don't know if that's at all advisable, but I'm going to try it. Let's see. What was that instead? You know, I was looking at it right at the end there. We're still closer? No, we're not even closer. That's a damn shame. He went the same way I went last time, but yeah, it makes sense. Had to be one of those islands with that open kind of Yeah, openness, I think. Next one here, is it Indonesia? Oh man, I'm struggling to think of these ones today. Let's go over here. So, we have, what looks to be like, yeah, it looks to be white short plates here. And that's a Malay plate. Now, we had, ooh, this could be like, and we have a white sticker there. I think this is going to be something like kind of up this direction. I wanted to go love one. I think it's more likely to be something like out this direction instead. Why is it so dry? I don't know. I'll just go Sandakan. Maybe prematurely. I'm not sure. I should maybe have looked for a black sticker. Seems like it is Peninsula. I mean, on Borneo though. So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's probably good to put the pressure on because I do know Malaysia better than most people, my skill. And I think, I guess it's decent. And yeah, it was over there. So that's good. Triple damage. It's going to be a bit back in our favor. Actually bringing it pretty even there, which is nice. I almost went love one, and that's where he went. So not a bad guess from him either. 3.5 times damage now. Round number 9. This is somewhere near Eswatini, near Lesotho this time, actually. Very red soil. Has to be this area, right? So I'm just wondering where is actually best to go. Do I go maybe more around here? Or do I go more up here near Vicksburg or something like that? Kind of looks similar, but maybe this kind of area. Could have looked for a pole or something like that. I'll just leave it there though. And it was this area, man. I think the dirt would probably be redder here than over here. But yeah, I pretty much expected him to come here with me anyway, just because it did have a bit of a dryness to it. Next one here should be somewhere around Nairobi. It's a bit dry. It's interesting. So east of Nairobi, perhaps. I don't think it's too far from Nairobi though myself. So yeah, I think I would just go for that. Do I actually see anything that makes it 100% though? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is there anyway. So yeah, oh, not Tanzania, please. I'll just go here. This is fine. Guess I think it could be even other side, or yeah, I think where I clicked is most likely. So we should be okay here, I imagine. Unless I wonder if this could be like further towards Mombasa with the white soil. Instead, no, it is just that direction. So that's good. On the road towards Kitui. So yeah, this has been already a round 10 or 11 game, and we are still both above half health. Okay, Japan's a country, another country I'm fairly comfortable on, so let's see what we get here. Let's go for a poll, I imagine. Actually, we could just go for a guess here. This kind of looks like Shikoku, but I want to go for a poll. Why not? I know enough meta to make it worth it. We'll just go Shikoku if he does anything. So look at this slow internet. It really is kind of bad. Okay, so, ooh, snow poles. Interesting. Ooh, is this further north than I thought? Maybe. Okay, what are these poles? Okay, yeah, that's Tohoku plates. Interesting. So this is further north than I thought. We've got kind of snow poles here, so I'm actually going to take it like up like that, maybe. 132. Probably findable, to be honest, actually. Probably. Oh, no! Oh, I forgot. Oh, it's not Tohoku plates at all. Oh my gosh, guys. We lose off that. That's so stupid. Oh my gosh. GG's to Rix. Not to cope, but I swear, like, I wouldn't make these silly mistakes if I was not working and then, you know, I don't know, bro, I'd just be exhausted, like, filming these before I sleep after working all day. Like, don't worry, I'm not working too hard or anything, but I'm just saying, like, I swear I'd just be making these silly mistakes, like, hey. Okay, anyway, let's not dwell on the past here. This is Brazilian language. aka Portuguese, and I would take it, we have to respect our Portuguese opponent from last game, I would take it maybe Bahia or something like that. I'm not really sure what this is, to be honest, but it's something fairly north. Well, it's actually Goiás instead. Very hilly for Goiás, but Goiás does have these random mountains like that, so that makes sense. Not a bad start here, though. Okay, next one here looking like, ooh, it's the constructed highway here. Is it Jordan or something like that here? So no Google car to speak of is very interesting. Maybe I'm in the wrong continent here. What language do we have? Maybe Turkish. Yeah. So Traktor, Haman. Yeah, this is all Turkish stuff, I imagine. So given that fact, so flat, it's probably near actually let's just get a look at some architecture here as well. Such slow internet, bro. I don't know what this is. It's dead flat. Okay, let's actually get to these blue signs then, see if it's anything we recognize. Okay, so Konya, I expected Konya to be nearby, so flat, that's to our south. So yeah, I would probably just take it like, oh, Unakasaw nearby, yeah, so we'll just go there, that's fine. Okay, so our opponent will probably have gone the same direction and probably found this sign as well. Probably will be minimal damage. But on the chance that they don't know where Konya is, maybe the other ones are kind of smaller and we gain some points here. We shall see. And okay, wow, we actually got 2.9 kilometers away, but our opponent manages to 5k there, which does not surprise me in the slightest, to be honest. Even though I said wow, I think, but yeah. Next one here is left-hand drive. Should be London. Looks like London to me, right? Yeah, and we got a double-decker bus. I mean, I should take a look around just so I don't do an Eswatini on Lesotho kind of thing. Ooh. I mean, we are driving left, so it has to be. I mean, this kind of looked like a Dutch pavement or something, but yeah, this should just be London, in my opinion. It looks kind of warm, lush, very leafy, but also kind of quite developed with these kind of taller buildings, big cricket, soccer pitch, so yeah. And indeed, it was near Stratford and Hackney there. Interesting. Okay, so opponent's playing quite nicely so far, but nothing really has tested us too much just yet. Next one here, maybe looking like Cambodia or something like that here. I would imagine so. Is it Thailand though? Yeah, we got square poles, so I guess Thailand instead. If it looked like Cambodia, then I might consider a bit more south, but this is kind of just a generic middle plonk in my opinion, so I'll just go like that. Can't see where it was then. Oh, wow, we plonked rather nicely there. That is... I said it was a middle plonk ground, and it happened to be. That's nice, 497 points. It's unfortunate that didn't happen later on, because Thailand can really be one of those countries that decides a game, but now it's just 1.5 times damage. On the next round. So, very interesting, very red soil here, long cacti. We've got the black and white stripe signpost. This is Peru. I'm never quite sure where to take it with like these cacti, reddish sand like that. Ayacucho, I was punished for going there last time. It's kind of a deeper valley, isn't it? So I actually kind of want to just kind of click more so this direction, just because it is kind of flatter than you'd expect. So I'm just going to go near Lima here. And okay, well, so Ayacucho, damn it, man. Oh, man, the Peruvian vibes are not on at the moment, which is just annoying. Annoying indeed, because that's exactly like the area I clicked in the last episode. But you have to take those L's to learn, don't you? Okay, next one here, we have 5 stripes, and we are somewhere in Romania. I'm going to go for a middle hedge here, just because I don't get any particular vibe. Now, we know it's Romania because of the yellow border here, which is quite common in Romania, but combine that with the black back of the sign, that should always be Romania with that combination, I reckon. And I don't mind the guess either. I think this is kind of looking like a Hungarian house, which you often see in the center of the country, and it was indeed closer to Hungary. Like, the Hungarian architecture, like more normally like Transylvania, I think that's Transylvania, right? And then more northwest, of course, near the border. Okay, this is like southern Israel, maybe. Yellow outer lines regardless. Kind of interesting agricultural kind of vibe here, but I don't think it's north like you might think. I think I would just go like near Jerusalem, Ashdod kind of area here, but it could also just be like south of Haifa or something like that. So we'll find out soon enough. Israel's a pretty fascinating country, interesting landscape. Like, this is not typical, but you often get some really interesting looking rounds there. And where is it going to be? Okay, it was a bit south there. Opponent playing really nicely here so far, to be honest. Like, no complaints at all. Mostly got his points on the Peru round, which was just highly disappointing. Okay, next one here should be Botswana. Has some hills to our west there, and to our east as well. And this is feeling like it shouldn't be too far from the capital. And I would say, ooh, because I was kind of thinking one of these roads up here, but I'm just struggling to see what actually lines up nicely, because I thought it might be that one. If not, maybe like one of these ones here or something like that. The road is kind of a bit too straight though, so I really hope I'm not throwing here, but I don't really see what the correct angle is. Maybe it is just something, I don't know, I just have to hedge like capital here. I'm not sure what this is. Ooh, it was, oh man, there's such a slight road that has that angle. Should have just clicked where more of the hills were. That's a good guess from him. Although, to be fair, I feel like where I clicked also has a bunch of stuff that looks like that as well. Okay, right-hand drive here should be Mex. I'm going to go immediately for this. I think Guerrero is a good hedge. If not, Jalisco, probably. And Oaxaca, maybe a bit too green for Oaxaca, but yeah, something near like these 3 states mostly look like this. So the fast guess, I hope it pays off. It should, I think. We'll see. But where does he go? Oh yeah, exactly. What? 9 point. Ooh, that's a nice guess to finish it off there. GG's to our opponent. Got the right road somehow. And yeah, 8 points. So that's at least something there. Bringing it back. Okay, let's jump back into it. I'm just noticing here, my thigh's actually poking through the skirt there. We've talked a lot about my skirt so far, but that is actually, you know, that's physics. That's physics defying. Okay, next one is against Hawaii Anul. Interesting. And first one feels with these bike lanes surely like the Netherlands, though I could see something else. Yeah, it should be Netherlands here. This could be anywhere in the Netherlands. It kind of gave me more of a north vibe, but I'll just go like around this city here. And it was around that city there. Interesting. So the last two guesses have been very nice, although some of my guesses today have been rather appalling. So as I'd prefer to be consistently decent than have this massive variation that I seem to be having at the moment. But okay, it's fine. Next one here is Chile. Should be not too far from Santiago, in my opinion. Like, just going here would be fine. Oh, we even found the town name again. So that was my vibe, and looks like we have plonked rather close. Where are these other towns? Papuro, yeah. Okay, we actually, we're somewhere actually between these two. Yeah, so that's okay. Again, rather close, which is good. The vibes have been on point all of a sudden, but I don't trust it to last, to be honest, with my current form. This one should be somewhere in Sweden, I imagine. Let's just check out the plate as well. The end of the road here. Bit of blue on there. Almost reminded me of like an old Finnish plate or something like that. I'm not really sure about that. Let's just go to the intersection here. Yeah, a lot of no blue strip plates here. Sure, that means something. But the rockiness should mean Sweden over Finland, I thought, anyway. Regardless, we don't really have too much time here, so let's just get our plonk down. And I will just leave it there. We'll see. And it was indeed right near Stockholm there. Always when I get that sweet Finnish vibe, it is not too far from Finland, or on the coast or something. It's right on the outer suburbs of Stockholm, a city I will be visiting, which is very exciting. I doubt I'll get to see too much of it while I'm there, but that'll probably be for another day. But yeah, still kind of cool. Okay, this one, we got massive mountains north. I would say this is like in the southern part of Guatemala, where you kind of rarely get that coverage, but yeah, it was. Yeah, you can often see those like big mountain range dividing the country in two in the distance there, so that is nice. And we can continued our great guesses here, honestly. The Sweden one wasn't too good, but the other, oh my gosh, but the other one's fine. Okay, this is actually probably worth paying attention to. So here we are, 200 kilometers away. We have this one here nearby, and we have to be near this one. And we are probably on the number 5, I imagine. So let's just line up the road angle here. That's looking pretty good, isn't it? And we will go like, how far should we be? Like this, maybe? Yeah. Oh man, we kind of clicked off it. It's near a town called French there. Interesting. Our opponent just found the town and flunks, which is obviously nice because it wasn't too far. Okay, next one here should be somewhere in Italy, I imagine, with these bollards. Innsbruck is nearby though, so it's going to be somewhere in Austria. So Innsbruck, it was to our north, and we're coming out of a tunnel here. So again, super 5K-able. There's Brenna, and yeah, we are just like coming out of the mountain here, I think, or something like that, right? It certainly appears that way, so I'm just going to go there. And yeah, it was indeed in Italy. Very interesting there. Wow, so, like, was that actually Italian signage? Maybe that's why I thought. I mean, yeah, it was, because we had the black and white chevron, so yeah, that wouldn't have made sense. I knew there was something that didn't quite compute, but I couldn't remember. This feels Isle of Man to me. Do I just go straight for it? Ellington, no, these feel like British place names, maybe. Let's check out the plates here. So we see some red ones. We don't. Okay, in which case I want to go near the Isle of Man. What about this bus? That could, if it could hang around, that would be nice. We just go there. So what's that? Oh, Specsavers, classic. What do we have here? Cresswell. Interesting. 2 for 1 for £69. I wonder with inflation how much that would be these days, you know? But anyway, these were the town names we were dealing with. And I should just really go in here, guys. There's really no point in me faffing about here. But I really thought it kind of looked like this area. But the place name's probably Elliston, that kind of thing. Sounding a bit more, what would you say? Like a bit more English. Although that's very Scottish architecture. So actually, no, I have heard of Elliston. I changed my mind. I want to find it here. I probably haven't. I don't know, guys. Yeah. What about those other places? Widdrington, Laramouth. Interesting. Maybe, I mean, it's quite flat. That's the problem here. So I might just go for this kind of thing here. It's kind of my vibe. It does. What about over here? I swear I've heard of these places before. I really want to get this. Though I think I'm not going to. The Ton town, like, name ending. I don't think it's very typical of over here. Castle Rock, Kesh. No, I don't think so. I'm curious where this is, to be honest. Okay, what's over by Newcastle? That makes sense. Kind of a bit flatter here, I guess. Yeah, definitely. So opponent, I guess we had East Ocean, so I probably should have guessed somewhere with East Ocean, but Such as life, you can't always do that, can you? Especially when you forget. Okay, this one should just be Nairobi. This kind of looks like Nairobi to me. I guess the quick guess will probably indicate where we've gone to our opponent, but I mean, with a divided highway meta, and especially in poorer countries like Kenya, probably pretty much going to work every time, and indeed it does. Okay, so opponent putting up a really nice fight so far. I should just be guessing quicker probably, but I mean that was a good example of insta-clicking not really being that beneficial anyway. This is surely like Latvia. I was going to say Russia, but yeah, it has to be Latvia with these polls. And it is very, very generic. So I will click here and call it a day. I should have clicked Ogre. It's just a fun place name. It's really beckons you to guess that every time you look at Latvia, doesn't it? But anyway, this is it's a bit hilly. I could see it being further east. It is further west instead. I feel like central Latvia is very flat, but honestly, where I clicked was probably be more forested, just looking at how much dark green there is there. Oh, our opponent did not know Latvian bollards as well. That's interesting. I'm not sure how much damage I did, not too much. This one is going to be somewhere in Hungary, I believe. So, do I get anything here? Maybe kind of feels a bit like Serbia, so I'll go a bit further south here. Let's try that. Interesting, we have a blue fire hydrant here, which is more common in Croatia. But it is the opposite side, so I'm glad I didn't see that, because I probably would have been more tempted to go near Croatia there, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, they probably found all over Hungary. I just feel like, you have that association, so you want to try it. Okay, next one here, 4.5 times damage. We're in France, and it doesn't feel too southern here, so I'm just going to go, our opponent guesses quickly. Let's check out this intersection then. I mean, these signs are so rarely useful. Oh, that's hedgerows everywhere, though, so yeah, actually going to go like further this direction instead. Maybe it's a mistake, we'll see. It was further down towards there. I don't think we saw anything useful. But the hedgerows, I feel like it definitely is more common in the north of France for sure, so didn't really mind my adjustment anyway. Ooh, this is Generation 2 looking like Botswana. Ooh, does it look like Botswana? Generation 2. I feel like it's... Is it like there, or is it further north? I think it's further north, actually. I think I would probably prefer to go all the way up there. 5 times damage. I just realized how long this has been going. I probably should have considered... Oh, there's a sign. Ooh, I don't like to look at this. What does it say here? The places aren't too big, fortunately, but I don't really like the way that went. Well, we are actually closer, which is profoundly lucky. Our opponent just hedges, so that's 1.9k damage. Should have been paying more attention, honestly. I did not realize we were already up to around 13, and we're in Madagascar here, which is terrible. Now, I said I was going to remember that it was this one, Morondava, I think, that we had last time. Is that feeling right, or is it more like this one? Okay. Could we actually find the town name here? I feel like, oh, I just pressed spacebar. Oh no. Manakano. I just press spacebar by instinct, bro. Which, I really hope that doesn't screw us over. Surely this is the place name. Maybe not, actually. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, shit. Shit. Why did I press spacebar? I just pressed spacebar. Oh, we died by 50 points. I pressed spacebar. Oh my gosh, I'm too tired to be filming these, bro. I didn't film a video last night and tried to sleep early, and still I'm just so tired when I get home that I can't play to the best of my ability. That is okay. We'll be back at it. GG's to the people who beat me. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.